Hi everyone, I'm Savitri here again, and today I'm going to show you some very effective, easy, and important DIY. We all use Gesso for all our projects, decoupage, multimedia, and all such projects. And you know that Gesso is a little bit expensive. This is a 500 ml can and it costs around 460 rupees, and now during this lockdown it's been little difficult to get hold of stock of Gesso. So I thought I have been wanting to do this for a long time for myself but never got the time. So I thought now will be the right time to show you how to make homemade Gesso. It is much economical, and all you need are just three things. One is this baby powder or any talcum powder. I had this from a long time. I have no idea why I had kept it all these years. Manufacturing. This is actually 2016 expiry, so that's really good. You can use expired powder also, and I really don't know why I kept it. Good that I kept it, so I can make Gesso now. So you need any talc powder or baby powder, and you'll need glue, any glue, again school glue, normal school glue, and white acrylic paint. These are you just need these three ingredients to make Gesso, and this Gesso is really good. I actually like it more than the store-bought ones. And you also need some empty jar where you can keep your Gesso. I'll just clean it. And some cup for measurement, can be any size cup, so we will go by that. I just have the small ice cream cup, so any size cup for measurement. So let's start. I am going to take 1 cup of this baby powder. See, I'm sure you guys, if you check on the internet or YouTube, you will find so many videos of how to make homemade Gesso and texture paste, and most of them use baby powder, but I'm not very sure if anybody explains why baby powder is used. So I will tell you the reason. Any talc powder or baby powder, the reason we use is these powders. If you actually know, a few years back there was a big accusation about these Johnson's products, that they are not good for baby skin. These powders, especially, generally not just baby powder, generally any talc powder is not very good for your skin because they close your pores, and that is because all these powders have chalk powder in them. They are really not good at all. So leave alone crafting or making Gesso. If you're a person who uses talc powder, some kind of powder or talcum powder on your face, I would suggest you stop it right away, because all these have chalk powder in them. And the reason these are very good to make a mixed media product like a Gesso, like a primer or a texture paste, is because they have this chalk powder, and this chalk powder is used to give that primer effect, or to cover the canvas or your any base, the board, and that's what gives the finish. So all these have chalk powder in them. So if you're using any kind of talcum powder, please stop using those. And if you have any, and please do not use these Johnson's baby powders on your kids. They are not at all good. It is better not to put any powder on them, because their skin is still supple and soft, and they can go without any powder for many years. So yeah, coming back to our Gesso, I have just taken like a cup. I'm going to just dump it in this. Okay, so that's 1 cup of this talcum powder. I'm very glad this has come in use after so many years. And now we'll take glue. I'm going to use half the amount of glue. This glue is quite thick. I hope it comes out. It will not. Let's take something and get it out. Any glue you can use, any spool glue, white glue. Not those transparent ones, you have to use the white glue. See, the reason we add glue is so that whatever priming that we are going to do with this gesso, it will stick to the base. See, the reason we prime any surface is because if you actually talk about surfaces like canvas, MDF or wood, they are all porous materials. When I say porous, means they have small pores in them. They have, if you put any liquid on them, it will absorb, the material will absorb the liquid. So you can try painting an MDF with any color or a canvas with any color, you won't get the actual color effect. That's because even if you put glue, it will get sucked in by the material. So these materials suck the product. So the reason we prime is to take away that property. It will actually, so when you prime, it will actually close all those pores on your base. And then whatever work you do on top is going to show up nicely. That is the main reason why we use a primer, a gesso or any white acrylic paint or some base on our projects. All our decoupage projects and mixed media projects, that's the reason we use the gesso or any primer. So you can even relate like when we paint our homes, the wall, we always use a primer because even wall is a porous material. It has pores, it has small holes through which the product actually gets seeped in. Product will seep in or it will absorb. So yeah, I'm just trying to scoop out all the, it's a little thick. Don't want to waste any. Okay, and the next, so we've used half a cup, 1 cup of powder, half a cup of glue, and now we will add half cup of white acrylic paint. So if you want to make any other color gesso, what you do, you just add any other color paint. So for example, if you want a black gesso, just add black paint. Simple. All my stuff is all over. I was somehow using them all these months during the lockdown. Now it's all getting over. So I'm going to take half a cup of white paint. So like I said, if you want any other color gesso, a lot of people use black gesso also. If you want black gesso, you just add black paint. If you want any other color gesso, just add that color. Usually we don't do that, it's only white and black. I use only white, I don't use black also, but some people use. It's a very simple DIY, people. This doesn't take time. Once you have the ingredients, all you have to do is just measure it. It's not even like a very accurate measurements. You just measure and ballpark and mix them nicely, and your economical homemade gesso will be ready. You will never buy gesso from the shop from outside, like the branded ones ever. Once you make this, it is so good. Okay, I'll just put this. Okay, now all we do is mix this thoroughly. Once you mix it, we can bring it to whatever consistency we want. You can even add extra glue, or I might have added less. You can even add water. Let me add a little more white paint. All of my stuff is thick, so I can go ahead and add some water, just a teeny bit, just to get the consistency. This mixing is important. You don't want any lumps, and you want all the powder to get mixed with the glue and the paint nicely. See, actually it's the same ingredients you will use for texture paste also. The only difference is, for texture paste you probably stop at this. You probably stop in this consistency. This is the consistency you want, where you can actually scoop it off. See, once you mix it smooth, this is the texture paste consistency you'll want. Scoop it off, and then you can use it. So it's the same thing. You can even make homemade texture paste. It's the same ingredients. It's as simple as that, people. Once you make this, keep it in an airtight container. Make sure you don't leave it out in the open for too long. You can add water as per the consistency you want for your gesso. So you neither want it too runny like a paint, nor as thick as a texture paste. And this smells good too. The Johnson's baby powder or any talcum powder it smells good too. Little bit of talcum powder smell, and then the rest is the Fevicol smell. See, it comes out smooth gesso. I'll also show you. I'll paint and show you. I have been putting off this project for a long time, and I was like, okay, I don't want to, though I knew how to make it, I was like, I don't have time, let me just buy the gesso and use it. But now with this lockdown, I couldn't get gesso. My gesso got over and I couldn't get it anywhere. When I saw on Amazon, it was a little higher priced than usual, so I didn't want to spend money. I thought, okay, this is the time to get to that project. And there it is. These are much creamier than the store-bought ones. See, these are much creamier than the store-bought ones. I will show you. I'll just paint something and show you. See, I have this. This is already very rough. I can even paint on this and show you. Let me take some brush. So you have all these cracks you can see. If you want a very thick coverage in one coat itself, just add little more of your white paint and that will do. This is good enough actually, but if you want a thicker coverage, you can add more of it. That's a brilliant use of your expired baby powder. I will also dry this and show you. So you know how it is. I've just given a very light coat, guys, because it already had some. This thing dries much faster than your, the store-bought ones. Yeah, I'm going to just do another coat and just this part just to show you. It doesn't look smooth on the base because my base was rough. It already had 2 layers of paint and some crackle effect and all that. So it's dry already. See? That's our homemade gesso for you. I'll show you in this also. You can even use your sponge dabbers. So yes, that's the homemade gesso that you've made. So this is about 150 grams. So I'll tell you, the Johnson soap, this 200 grams is $100, less than $100. So say I have used like a quarter, so which is like say 25 rupees, and maybe 20 rupees of paint I would have used, and again Fevicol also so much. So you can actually get about 200 grams of gesso in about say 50 rupees or 60 rupees maximum. So your 500 grams is like 120 or 130, but the 500 grams of gesso that you buy from store is 460 rupees, but this will totally cost you maximum 150. So that's like a big saving, guys, and it's so simple to make. It takes like 10 minutes to make, and just make sure that once you finish using, close it tight and keep it. That's about it. So hope you will also make your own gesso and save some money and use that money to buy your favorite craft materials. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.